What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD Mobile video. So we got some pretty interesting leaks on what's upcoming for the next Secret Cache major legendary skin. So as you guys know, the Mystical Lamp RUS has kind of been around for quite a while, and I know this season, or I guess the season before, we ended up getting a minor legendary skin, which is of course the RPD Road Mongrel. So at this point, it's kind of high time that we do get another major legendary skin for the Secret Cache. And surprisingly enough, we are finally getting a legendary skin that a lot of people have been asking for a long time because it's one of the only weapons in the game that doesn't currently have a said legendary skin. So it's actually going to be for the Striker Shotgun. So the Striker Shotgun skin that a lot of people are pointing to actually seems to be the one from Black Ops Cold War because that's the only, I guess, Cold War weapon that closely resembles the Striker. It was called the Street Sweeper with a much slower reload animation, might I add, but it was basically just the Striker. So as it goes, we're probably not going to get we're not going to get trace runs, obviously. That's something that is usually reserved for legacy skins and for mythic skins. But however, we might get an adjustment to the iron sight itself. The Street Sweeper iron sight isn't, honestly that great. So you could expect a modification for that type of iron sight once the Secret Cache skin does come out. This is something that they normally do with Secret Cache skins, especially ones that come from Cold War. They usually modify the iron sight to make it more user friendly. That happened with the Mystical Lamp, where it just had a simple AK-74U iron sight in the original game, but in this game, obviously, it got modified, so it actually looks a lot better. And the same thing happened with that AK-47 skin as well. But yeah, for a long time, the Striker hasn't really received any legendary skins at all. Unfortunately, mainly because the shotgun has not really been useful until recently when they made a really good buff to the weapon. I believe the buff that they made for the weapon was adding more pellets to the shotgun so that basically it could one shot or two shot at longer ranges, which actually has done pretty well for itself. Especially when it comes to the semi-auto shotguns that usually don't have a lot of like one-shot range. I know the Echo, if you do aim in, has some pretty considerable one-shot range, but the Striker has always kind of been put behind a little bit. But after the buff, you're actually almost able to one-shot the same distance as you would if you were aiming in with an Echo. Obviously, it didn't really put it in the meta, but it did make it a lot more useful, especially for those that haven't grinded gold for, for any of the shotguns at all. So since it's a major legendary skin, it's gonna require a little bit more, I guess, shards. Usually, I think it takes like 300, maybe 200 shards in order to get. But yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer to unlock. Of course, you could probably buy your way to it, but don't really recommend doing that in the first place. I learned that the hard way, and yeah, it didn't work out well for me. So yeah, I'm fully grinding for these skins anyways. But yeah, I thought I'd just, I guess, tell you about this information because I know a lot of you guys have been asking when a Striker Legendary skin would come out, and it looks like we have our answer. So again, very excited to see how that's going to turn out for next season. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. I'll see you guys next time.